How we doing, everybody?
Hola,
Welcome to another episode of Get Jiggly With It. I'm Will.
I'm Adri.
And I don't know why I was just like looking at you at the beginning. What are we playing today?
Do you like me?
Sí, mucho gusto. What are we playing today?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things in the Upside Down. No, just the Upside Down. This is a new game by Simon Games. We did intend to play it last week, but things came up, so we did not play it last week. So we're playing it this week. And there's also a storm in the area, so there's a possibility we could lose internet or power. We'll find out.
Okay.
Welcome to Florida. So we were going to play this. We were a little bit late, so hopefully there are people that have not seen gameplay. This is season 1, not season 2, because I'm not sure season 1's easier than season 2. But we are going to run through a 2-player game of it. And I'm looking down here instead of at the camera, and I have no clue why. So let me go ahead and flip over. We'll give a brief rundown of how it plays. But there we are. We are set up for a 2-player game of Stranger Things. And why is that?
Because there are two rescuers.
Two kids, two friends of the Will trying to rescue the Will. We did get our minis quasi painted. I did kind of a sundrop technique, a little bit different than I usually do. So they're not as vibrant as they usually are. And then I did like a weird little watercolor technique to the base. Ooh, this one, the water went over the edge, and I guess I'll have to touch that up. But yeah, of course, we do like showing off our painted minis because that is one of our pledges for what? Or one of our incentives for what?
For Children's Miracle Network donations.
For donations.
You can make using the links down below.
Links down below to Extra Life. Para los Niños. We are trying to get to $2,000 this year. And if we hit $2,000 plus 2,000 subscribers, we do have an all-in pledge of one of our games that we may or may not have ever played that we'll be putting up as a giveaway. So with that said, in Stranger Things, what we're trying to do is, well, as we said, rescue Will. So you can see down here on the bottom of the board, there are 3 Will locations. Each has a stack of tokens. All right. On our turn, we are going to take 4 steps. Basically, it's 4 phases per turn. The first is movement. The way we determine all actions is by our action cards. So we will play the number of action cards that we want to play to accomplish said phase or step. So for example, here, if I wanted to move 1 spot, I could play this 1 card and I could move 1 spot, or I could play this and I can move 3 spots. If oddly happen to be in my spot with me, this little walkie-talkie gives you kind of a +1 when you're with your friends. So now I could technically walk 4 spots. Now, there are a couple things that will stop you, of course, is the vans, which are foes, and the Demogorgon, which is a foe. If you go into those spots, you do have to stop. Your movement ends. Also, if you go into a spot with a foe, you cannot perform the action on the spot. You basically have to fight the foe. All right. The second thing you can do are your actions. So there are contested and uncontested actions. Uncontested actions is any spot on the board that does not have a stack of tokens. So for example, up here, it says gather info, which allows us to flip over one of these tokens. Well, any of the tokens that are flipped down. Same thing, you'll play a set of cards. And then however many is visible is what you get to do. So for example, get an item. If I did this, I'd get to draw 3 cards and then keep one of those cards as an item. All right. The next is your contested action. So these are all the ones with the stacks. What you need to do is play a equal amount of what's in the stack or greater to defeat that particular or complete that particular task. So for example, recruiting an ally up here, this has got a 0, and then this could be anything between a 1 to 5. In the rescue Will spots, at least right now, it's the only spot, there are Demogorgon tokens, and those are equal to the number of Demogorgon stacks in the little Demogorgon group. This stack will grow based on the season cards that we play, basically event cards that come out. So it could get harder and harder if we don't keep it under control. The way we keep it under control is, of course, attacking the Demogorgon. Same thing, we would go after one of these stacks and just need to have equal or greater. If we fail, our fear goes up. If we go through some of these paths, our fear goes up. And then if our fear ever makes it to the end, that is game over. If we fail, we also get to remove randomly one of the tokens in the stack. So therefore, the next time we come here, it should be easier to complete the task. The last thing is the events. So the events are going to happen at the end of our turn based on our card play and the round we're in or the act we're in. There's basically 3 acts total. 11 is up there on Act 1. She would make us draw 1 card, and if I happen to have played this during my turn, this would make me draw another card. That can be affected by ally cards, equipment, and doing some laboratory investigations. This will reduce the amount as well. Those cards are going to do anything from, like I said, make the Demogorgon feed. It could make you put things back in on the laboratory, or one of the spaces might get filled up again. Moving the foes around, and then bad things happen, like discarding cards from our action deck. And the action deck is key because this is basically your round tracker. So this is how it is balanced for lower player counts, because with only 2 of us, it's going to take us longer to get through this. But it does take us longer to pretty much accomplish anything, because we only get to do 2 things pretty much. Well, I can't say 2 things because there's an event after each one. The bad guy gets to go after each one of us goes, technically. That's pretty much it. So yeah, we want to go around. We want to rescue 3 wills, and we win the game. If we do not rescue 3 wills, then we lose the game, because that's how that works. I think that's it. Oh, the other way we can lose the game is if we get to around an Act 4. There's no such thing as Act 4. If 11's already on 3, if we were to have to shuffle the action deck again, then we lose the game as well. So 2 ways to lose game. One of us gets max fear, or we run out of action. Now again, we can make the fear go down by going to a calm down spot, but we can't make 11 go backwards. she only goes forwards. All right. Who are you playing, and what is this stuff?
I am playing Dustin Henderson. Starting location, Hawkins School.
You're in the school.
Movement 2.
Okay.
You may move through locations with foes.
Right. So Oddity can actually go through the foes, so she doesn't have to stop on them, and she has 2 movement instead of 1, which is really good. I am playing Lucas Sinclair. So Lucas starts in the laboratory, which is where I am. I have 1 movement, which everybody else has 1 movement. Dustin's the only one with 2. And then I start with a random item. So I've got a baseball bat, which gives me +2 to fight. So it looks like I'm going to be beating up on people first. There's a Bella hair there. And then other characters in my location may use my item as well. So if Oddity's in my location, she'll be able to use my baseball bat there. Yeah, just will stick it there for now, because we gotta make sure we be able to read that. That is it. We do need to determine who goes first, and I have no clue where your die is. Oh, here it is. It's way up here.
20-sided extra life die. Because we support the Niños of Children's Miracle Network.
Yep. So 20-sided works too, because, Dungeons and Dragons, Stranger Things.
Oh. Here.
Earthquake and Hawthorne. 1 is odd. That means I go first. I guess we'll stick this right here in the woods there. That works. All right. So I go first. I've got 4 cards. Or I got my 5 cards. So I think everything's important. That's the problem. Everything is important. But again, it's kind of it's a hand management thing, because you don't want to spend too much to say move, and then you don't have enough to do anything. So like he seems like he'd be easy to get. What's Benny do? Benny Hammond. At the start of your turn, you may remove Benny from the game to activate any unused 11 power. Okay, so this allows you to activate one of her powers. I'm guessing without doing a challenge, you can just activate one of her powers. So I guess that's what are her. Let's see what her powers are. You read those 3, and I'll have to do this.
This?
Yep.
Psionic shield.
Yeah, it's English. P is silent. Don't ask.
See, but I didn't know if the I after that is psionic shield.
Yep.
Remove 1 scene in the discard pile from the game.
Pretty good. That completely gets rid of a card. So if there's a really bad card.
Psychometry.
Maybe.
Psychometry.
Maybe. We'll go with that.
Psychometry? No, psychometry.
Sounds better, yeah.
Psychometry?
Psychometry?
Psychometry.
Psycho. Mm.
Look at all.
Oh, the stack.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
From 1 rescue wheel stock.
Yeah, okay, so you get to look at the entire stack to see what
one
it
of the
is.
spots.
Yep, so then you know whether or not you'll be able to beat it or not.
Levitation.
Levitation?
Reshuffle the top 10 cards of the action
deck. Yeah.
discard pile.
Oh, discard pile. We have a discard pile.
Back into the deck.
Back into the deck. Okay, so basically it gives you more time. So that's kind of like one of those ones you probably want to save for Act 3. And then the 3 down here is Friendship. Reset 2 characters' fear to the start. That's actually really good in a 2-player game because it basically just reset both of us automatically. Telekinesis. These are harder to get though because these are 3 tokens. Those are only 2. Telekinesis. Discard 2 Demogorgon stacks. That's pretty good too. Sonic Blast. Remove 1 patrol from the game. Ooh, you completely remove one of the patrols from the game. So actually, being able to activate one of her powers is actually pretty good because you could use that to do any of these. Okay, so I think I'm going to go up here. So I don't want to go this way. I got to go 1, 2 to get up there. So I'm going to play my 2. That'll get me there. And then this is a 0. The max this could be is a 5. So I'm going to go ahead and go with, I don't want to do all 5 because I'm going to go with 4. So 2, a 1, and a 1. I'll keep this other 2. I don't want to do 2 event cards this early, especially since I left this and I should have completed that. All right. So I put in 4. Oddly, he's not with me, so the friend thing doesn't count. Now there is an ally. I was watching Dice Tower playthrough, so I've heard a couple of the allies. There is an ally that actually counts as a friend when it's with you, so that's actually pretty good. So I don't know if I get him yet. All right, so let's see what I got. A 3, so I did beat it. So these go out. He comes to me, so I now have an ally, and I can discard him at any time to activate one of her powers. And then we need a new ally. Yep. All right, Officer Powell, he allows you to ignore one of the event cards. And I did put these in a bag, and then I realized because when you're pulling them out, you're not supposed to know what they are. Fine, take them out. I don't know if there's a better way to handle this or not. So here are the 2 new ones for him. I need to refill my hand. So I draw back up to 5. 1. So that's 3, 4, 5. All right, and then now I need to do the scenes. So it's 1 scene for 11. So the first one.
Yeah, me.
Yep.
Demogorgon feats.
Well, that's not good.
Create a stack of 2
Tokens.
in
In
an empty Demogorgon slot.
Well, that's not good.
If all 8 slots are filled, each character gains 1 fear instead.
Yeah, well, they're not off. Okay, and discard. All right, so that's my first one, and now we got to do another one.
They are all Demogorgon feats.
No, they're not. No, they're not all Demogorgon
feats. Same.
I promise that I shuffled. I promise.
It's exactly the same.
So we've already made it harder to rescue Will because now there's 6 in that spot. So that means if in each one of these, we already know it's going to be at least 6 plus whatever these other 3 tiles are. So even if we calculated these as being, say, on average 3, right? 3, 6, 9 plus a 6, we know that it's at least 15. We need at least 15 in our hand. I don't think that's even possible unless you had all 3s in your hand. All right, well, that was my turn. I've just made the game more difficult for us. All right, so your turn.
So this movement is...
You get 2 movement.
3?
No.
Or is it still here? This movement, how you do?
Add the value of the action cards played with the character's basic movement. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I didn't need to play.
Have one more?
No, I didn't need to play that.
1.
I didn't need to play a 2. I could have played a 1, but it still wouldn't have mattered. I would have played the 2 to beat up to do the ally.
So I don't need a card to
No,
move
you have
2.
to always play it. You have to always play a card to do anything.
So I'm going to...
Let me check on movement. I know for an action you have to play a card. So let me see if movement you have to play a card. Turn by the dashboard and may be increased by playing one or more action cards. Okay, no, it says, and it may be increased. So yeah, you get 2 movement no matter what. So you don't have to play a card. So yeah, you might want to come down here and actually beat up on him to take some of those out, unless you had some other plans.
So
what's the officer do?
At the start of your turn, you may discard 1 token from the bottom of any
that's good.
Hawkins Laboratory stack.
Yeah, you don't have to move either.
Even if it's the last one.
Okay, so it's only the laboratory stack, so it's only this. Okay, but that's good because that makes less events as we discard them. So you know he's going to be at least 3 plus. I would almost say on average we should just calculate the other one as 3, so you know it's at least 6 that you'd have to beat him if you want to recruit him, or you can come down here and beat up him to get rid of some of these stacks.
Maybe here because we got just 2. So
yeah, so you have to. You don't have to stop, but
movement.
technically that's what you want to do. So you go there. So now you need to choose. No, now you choose which stack and play how many cards you want to go against that stack.
2.
No? Which stack? A stack of 2? You want to beat the easy ones first? So here, these 2 are going to be, like I said, on average, you can anticipate this is probably 6, maybe. Say if they're a 3 and a 3. We don't know what they are. It could be a 3 and a 3.
So if I use this one,
you still don't know. You can do multiple cards. You can play as many cards as you want. Like I said, so the average is 3. So that's what I said. You should know that this is probably going to be 6. Or close to it. It might not be. There could be a 0 and a 2 in here. We don't know. I'm going to go with 6?
6.
Okay, whichever one you want. Right? And flip them over. It was a 1 and a 0. See, of course that was going to happen. Well, you beat it, so that means those get discarded.
And I lose my cards.
You lose your cards. Well, not yet. And then you get to push the Demogorgon into another space. Basically away from you.
It has to be in the upside down?
No, you can go up top then. Doesn't matter. You're just pushing them away from you.
1 or 2?
One spot. Yeah, I think it was 1 spot. Let me go back to the attacking. Yeah, I think it's 1 spot. And if there's no Demogorgon tokens in the group, then you can move in the number of spots that you played for cards. Yeah, Demogorgon. Success, discard the respective stack, move the Demogorgon to an adjacent location. Yeah. And then if all are gone, then you move them based on the number of cards you played to activate that action. Right? So you didn't play any events, so you only have to do 1 event card.
Scene
card, yeah.
Blood in the water.
Blood in the water.
Move the Demogorgon to your location. Then each character in your location gains 1 fear.
So you gain 1 fear. All right. Could have been worse. All right. Now discard your cards and then draw back up. So, 1, 2, 3. All right. So. I do like Officer Powell. I kind of do. I do. But I got the plus to fight. So me fighting is actually pretty good. How far? Demogorgon's way too far away for me to get to him though right now. I don't need to calm down. I could get another item. I think we need to get rid of more of these though. So to come back here would be 2. I got 1, 2. So I come back down here. And then this is a 3. So I know I'm going to need at least a 3 to do that. And then I'm gonna do a 2. I mean, both my 2s have a event or a scene icon, so it doesn't matter. All right, so I did 5. It was 4, so that was successful. Success. Which means my playing of 1 event card didn't really impact me. Right, so only 1 scene card because this is removing the other.
Security. Create a stack of 2 tokens in an empty Hawkins Laboratory slot.
You gotta be kidding me.
Bah! If all 3 slots are filled, each character gains 1.
I knew you could refill it. I was like, oh man. So basically what I did absolutely nothing. All right, so back to you.
Back to me. So to rescue the will.
To rescue the will.
No, that I am.
Is this stack plus that. So one of these is a Demogorgon symbol. One of these in here. One of these 4. That Demogorgon symbol counts as 5. So you need 5 plus 3, 6, 9. Again, I'm doing averages here. So you would need at least 14. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11.
11, yeah. So again, you could fight him again to get rid of another stack if you wanted to. You have a lot of high cards, you could go after one of the bigger stacks, but it really doesn't matter at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna try to rescue Will. So I play.
Well, you can't rescue Will because the Demogorgon's there. Yeah, you're gonna fight the Demogorgon. Okay. So you can do the big stack or the small stack. Now remember, if you play these, those are gonna draw you event cards. It's not. Oh. I was trying to help you, but it unfortunately undid what I did.
One. Oh, would it be enough?
Don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
All right. So Audrey's playing 5. And it was 6. So you failed. So that means you increase your track by 1. But one of these is going to go away. All right. So which one?
Can I see?
No. All right. So now it's only 1. So it's technically easier next time. Okay. So you need to draw your action cards back up to 2.
Oh,
yes, and 1 event card because 11 is an event.
Search.
Your fears it too, right?
Search party.
Search party. Oh, you killed Will.
I know Will. Choose 1 patrol to move 2 locations towards you.
All right.
Then each character discards 1 action card for each patrol in their location.
So this one. Because you get to choose. If you did this one 2 spaces, it won't be on either one of us. They'll both be together,
okay.
But he's got double wheels. There we go.
So
yeah, so that was fine. Okay. What do I got? 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. Do I go after the laboratory again? I mean, the events aren't too bad right now, but we can't do any big. Yeah, your next turn is nothing but. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do another one. All right. So it's 4 on each of those. So I need at least 4 to do either of them. I don't know what that is. 2, 4. So I do 6. Oh, 7. Damn. So I failed. Wish.
No.
Yeah, well. Makes it easier next time, but that means your next turn's gonna have a lot of events too. All right, pick one. Whichever one you pick is one I'm discarding, just so we have a frame of reference for for what we're getting rid of. Not that I knew what either one was after about the third time. All right, draw 4 cards. The reason you're supposed to draw your cards first is because if you shuffle, it'll move her up 1, and then your event actually occurs first. So your refill hand happens before your scenes. Okay. All right, so I have 3 scenes I have to reveal because I've failed me mission. Yep, so we do them one at a time.
Through the walls. Oh, I remember that.
Remember that.
Each character in a location without another character.
That's both of us.
2 fear.
Wow.
This is a character.
No. 1 2. I don't think that counts.
No.
All right, so discard that. Again? We lose. Game over. Again, you can go calm down. Yeah.
Calm down.
This is a calm down +2. That's regular calm. Well, there's a calm down there. A calm down here. That's it. Those are the only 2 calm down. But again, I can also discard this to do that if we had to. That resets us both to 0. That's the first. We gotta do 3 of these.
Federal patrols. Move each patrol 1 location towards you.
Move each. All right, that's both of them. 1, 2. Okay.
Then each character discards 1 action card for each patrol in their location.
Wow.
Wow.
So I lose. Oh, I forgot to discard these from last turn.
You lose
2 cards.
Third.
Luckily, I've still got my 3 though, so.
Is the choose 1 patrol to move 2 locations towards you.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Then each character discards 1 action card for each patrol at their location, so nothing happens?
No, they moved it towards me. They're already on me, and then I lose.
So you don't
1.
discard anything?
No, I do, because they're for each at my location. Wow.
Oh, but you didn't move them.
Well, I have to hope that was the 2 that got left in there. Oh no, I can't. I have to fight them next round. Wow, that's a horrible. Well, look like I got +2. That was my 3rd card. Thank you for leaving me with all of 1 card, Patrol.
I don't know. I think I have to keep doing that. Argo.
Yeah, but there's only 1 token here. Do you remember what that was? You forgot, don't you? You forgot
this
the
was
2
0
numbers.
and 1.
No. Could have been 0 and 1, otherwise you would have beaten it. It was like a 3 and a 4.
This one here was
that was
5,
the 0, yeah.
And this one was.
I'm thinking you need at least 4 to get rid of that token.
Okay.
Because remember, you get to push him, and look, you can push him all the way down here.
I'll do 4.
Okay. Yeah, because I think it was a 3 or a 4.
So where was it? That was a 0 and a 1, and I spent all of them.
It was the first.
So this was a 4 and a 3.
I think, yeah. So having at least 4 should be fine.
Wait, it is the 4.
It's the 4. Good. So you succeeded. So. Nope. Push the Demogorgon. All right. You're beating him up just to make it easier to rescue Will.
Pero Will is also there.
Yeah, it's fine. All right.
It's fine.
So draw. No, gotta draw first. Because remember, if we run out of deck, then she moves up. So 2. And now you draw 2 scene cards.
2?
1 for 11, 1 for the card you played. Yep.
Demogorgon strikes. Strikes?
Yeah, strikes. He's here.
Move the Demogorgon to your location.
Of course.
Then any 1 character in your location gains 1 fear.
Yep, you gain a fear.
If you are in the upside down, the character gains fear equal to the number of Demogorgon stacks instead.
That means you gain 4.
So I'm dead now?
That'd be game over.
Okay, again, you read it.
No, I think you're right. Move the Demogorgon to your location. Then any 1 character in any 1 character. So if there was more than 1 character you could choose, isn't the case. Gains 1 fear. If you're in the upside down, the character gains fear equal to the number of Demogorgon stacks instead.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, the character, the one you choose. Hang on. Yeah, it has to be. I have to be in your location for that to work. So you gain 4 instead of 1, which is game over. The question is, can I play my ally card when it's not my turn? Let me see here. I think I'm going to, even if the rules don't say, because otherwise it's game over, and that's not very fun because we never made it out of the first act. Wow, that is a horrible card to pull. Actions. Where are allies at? Recruit an ally. Success. Oh, that just says recruiting. How do ally cards work? Because it doesn't say, it just says, oh, at the start of my turn. So yeah, it even says on this card, it says at the start of your turn. So if you get to the fear track, do I get to go one more time? Fear track represents characters as fear the game, progresses through the scene cards, moving upside down roads from the test. Each fear gained, advanced, or more characters. One or more characters reach the last spot of their track, they become terrified, and the game is immediately lost. Yep. We immediately lost. So we're going to retcon. On the beginning of my turn, I went ahead and, well, no, I don't know how much fear I was at the beginning of my turn. I don't remember how much. I wasn't gaining fear with those guys, right? I was doing that. This one, we both gained 2. All right. So I would be at 3 because I failed the test. Oh no, I failed the test the round before. So I would be at 2 because I would have used him at the beginning of my turn, and you would have been at. You would have reset, and then you would have had to gain the same 2. All right. Unfortunately, that's. But see, that's really cheating, though. That really. I mean, we've lost the game.
But I mean, we lost the first game.
Yeah, we lost that early. I mean, it's 30 minutes. The question is, do we reset after 30 minutes? I saw other 30-minute playthroughs. I'm guessing the same thing happened to them. But we're gonna just so we can keep playing, we're gonna retcon that just so we can get some more gameplay in. So I retcon that. I used my ability to do this, which makes this go away, which means you can't use that anymore. That's a once and done. Yeah, any unused power. So yeah, you have to. I was making sure it said unused, and then he gets removed from the game. Okay, so now you take your forfeiture. Yeah, you need to run and calm down. You can run on your turn. All right, so that was the end of your turn. So now it's the beginning of my turn. I have to beat up on a van. I can't beat up. I can't win. I can't win against the van. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 4 tokens in there.
I need 3.
Is it supposed to be 4 or 2? Yeah, 4. That's a very bad spot to put that number 4. Yeah, even with my +2, that's gonna be 5. That stack is definitely more than 5. So I will go to, I don't know. I can go down here. 1, 2, 3, but I don't get the +2 for fighting. The problem is I don't think 3 is enough to do anything. Like, I don't think I can complete anything with 3. He's probably more than 3. He's probably more than 3 because I already see there's a 3 there. I can't do this because they're here, because that 3 would probably be enough to do that. But you can't do something while there's patrols. I can only move 1. So I could move here to get an item +2 of whatever card I play. I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's my best bet. Or we can gather info. No, I can't get to gather info. Get an item there. Get an item there. Oh, yeah, it's better to get a +2, and I can choose. So I will move with my 1. I will play my 3. That allows me to draw 5 items. And pick one. All right, bear trap +3 to fight, +2 to rescue Will, +3 to help 11, +3 to investigate lab, +3 to investigate lab. I've already got a fighting thing and we can't trade. That's one thing about the game, you can't trade equipment. Like that would make it so much. I'd bet just go down there and give you all the fighting stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of the one that's fighting. The question is, do I want to do fighting? Rescue Will seems like important. I think I'll do the +2 to rescue Will. All right. All right. So one scene card.
These are so scary.
I know, they're so bad.
Papa.
Oh, Papa, I think's a bad card. From what I've heard, Papa's a really bad card.
Discard all tokens from any unused 11 power without activating it.
Oh, we losing 11 power.
If all powers are already used, each character gains 1 fear. Okay, they are not used. Which
all right,
one?
So let's see here. Remove one scene from the discard pile. Look at a stack. I think we need to keep down. That's to look at a Will stack because I can use that in combo with Will's drawings. Reshuffle the top 10 cards of the action deck. I don't think that's that important. I mean, because in a 2-player game, I just don't feel like that's important. Discard 2 Demogorgon stack. That's good. Psionic Blast. Remove 1 patrol from the game. I think both of those are good. Get rid of the
Levitation.
Levitation. Yeah. Yep. Whoops. I knocked over a Demodog. All right, so that was it on me. So now it's back to you. Did you get some better numbers this time? Yeah, a little bit better.
Oh, so I discard this? What did I do with this?
Oh yeah, discard those.
So I need to heal. Yes or yes?
Yeah.
So I have 2 movement here, and I can
To get the best.
3.
To get the best, you need 1,
No.
2, 3.
This gives me.
Oh, that gives you fear.
Do I have to go this way? No.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. Oh, you didn't have a 1?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
So I lose 1.
That's fine. But remember, it's you calm down +2 plus whatever card you play. So right now you need to calm down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would reset you. So, well, but you don't have to do that. You could just play the 3. That way you don't have to draw any more event cards. Or go ahead and do one of your event cards now to get 1 out of the way, so you're not playing all of them. Like do this, and then you could calm down by 4.
So wait, where was I? I was here.
You were here. 6, yeah. So if you did that, you would calm down by 4, and that way on a turn you're not playing
all of the.
Yeah, three of those.
So I come down by 4 now.
Yeah.
And yeah. I still get a scene.
2. 11 plus the card you played.
Toxic.
Oh, that's probably not good.
Each character in the Upside Down must move one of their items from the game or gain 2 fear.
We're good. Neither one of us are in the Upside Down. Good thing you left the Upside Down. Mm-hmm. Although you didn't have any items either, so it didn't matter. Okay.
Through the walls. Each character in a location without another character gains 2 fear.
That's bad in a 2-player game. So again, it really does feel like it's balanced though. Like there's things here that I'm saying, oh, that's really good for a 2-player game. And then there's things that's like not good. But that's fine. I mean, so I'm halfway. Yeah, I mean, I'm halfway.
Me too.
Okay. Discard. Oh, you were supposed to draw first because just in case we ran out of a deck. Oh, you got another 3 though. That's good. I want some high cards. Okay. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to use 11's power to see, I guess, like this Will deck, maybe. So I can see how much that is, because then I can go down there to rescue him. I gotta get past this patrol, though, first. That means I gotta go the long way. They're kind of blocking me. So I'd need to use 1 to move up there. 2. And then to look at the stack is 3 plus something else. So the average would be 6. So I can either go 6 or 5. If I go 6, I'm gonna have to take an event. If I want to guarantee getting that done, I should probably do 7. Yeah, I think I want to make sure I get it done. So I'm going to do 7. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, that I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do 7 just to make sure I get it. And it was 8. It's the worst possible outcome because 5 is the highest. Which one do I get rid of? So now it's easier to do for one of us. However, now I need to draw 5 cards. How many's left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're about to have to shuffle. So we're about to go into Act 2. And I get 2 event cards. I knew I should have gotten that guy earlier when I had the chance.
Search party. Choose 1 patrol to move 2 locations towards you.
That's fine.
Then each character discards 1 action card for each patrol in their location.
That's fine. I need them out of the way anyways.
Nobody's...
Yeah, we're good.
No más?
2.
Create a stack of 2 tokens in an empty
Demogorgon
Demogorgon slot. Yeah.
You gotta read the red text.
Demogorgon feeds.
Demogorgon feeds. All right, that's it. You've been working so hard to get rid of those too. All right, well, it's your turn. What are you doing?
I don't know if I want an item or if I want to get on a... If I should... calm down, Mas. I don't have any item. Can I have items?
No, yeah, you don't have an item.
I can have maximum.
Yeah, if you move here, then you get the +2 to whatever card you play. I probably should have left the wheel. Well, I say leave the wheel's drawings for you, but whether or not you would have gotten it is to be determined.
I want an item. I feel unprotected.
I really feel like, yeah, I should have gotten him too. You can have as many allies as you want because he would have been removing these automatically. He'd have been clearing out the laboratory for us. And now the patrol's in the way. Okay. You want an item there, or do you want to move to have more items?
Okay,
that makes more sense. Move. All right,
is
so
it
now
still
you get
just 1?
2. Yeah, it's just your normal movement. So it's 2 plus whatever card you discard. So if you get rid of the 1, then you basically draw 3 items, and you choose which one you want.
Kid, skateboard, wrist rocket.
Yeah, so you gotta read the bottom.
Wrist rocket is +1 to fight. Skateboard is +3 to investigate the lab. First aid kit is +4 to calm down.
That's that +4 to calm down is nice.
The first aid kit.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, and draw your card.
End of the day.
Oh, that's good. It just shuffle the deck. You shuffle everything back in.
How do you know all that? I thought the game was new to you.
It says in here. I also watched some of the Dice Tower playthrough.
Let me read.
Okay, you
reshuffle the scenes deck and move the Demogorgon to any location in the upside down. Don't draw any more scenes this turn.
They have
He's
to,
already.
yeah, but you get to move them to any location in the upside down, so you can technically move them like.
Okay, far.
Well, if we knew that I had already looked at one of these wheel piles, I'd be like, okay, move them away from that wheel pile. But yeah, so now we just shuffle these back in. Yeah, well, this is actually in the rule book because it actually stopped drawing scene cards.
But we don't know how many.
So say
to the walls and other stuff.
yeah, but say you had to draw 5 scene cards. Like this is the perfect card to get when you play every scene card you had, and this pops out because it stops any more scene cards from coming out. Oh, I guess since it's my turn, I guess you should shuffle. All right.
Can I ruffle shuffle?
Yeah, you can ruffle shuffle. It's our game. You can do what you want. All right. All right. I'm gonna stick with what I was trying to do. So that's either a 5 or a 3. So I have to do 5. It's the only way I can guarantee I got it. So I'm gonna do a 5. It's 3, so I succeeded. Oops. All right. So I get to look at any one stack. He's moved away from here. So I think I'm gonna look at this one. Because it's not closed information. So I don't know. So we both can know, and you can move through this. Remember, you can go through them to get down here too. I can't. I have to go the long way around. But this is closer to you. So yeah, I'll look at this one. All right, so it's 4, 7. Ooh. Okay, we're not doing this one first. That's 10 right there. 10, 13, 17. So this is 17. You have to remember that. That's a lot. Okay, we're not doing that one first. You're nowhere near 17, are you? 3, 6. Another 6, 12. You're at 12. If he didn't have this one, he would be 2 less. So he'd still, even without this one, he would be 2 less. Technically, do we have to flip it back over? I don't think it matters. So if he didn't, if that wasn't there, these would be 4, 8, 12, 15. But still 15 if we get rid of that. Okie dokie. All right. Draw back up to my hand. 2, 2. Well, I got a lot of 2s. And 1 card. Por favor. 1 scene card. Let's see how bad it can be.
Search party. Choose 1 patrol to move 2 locations towards you. Then each character discards 1 action card for each patrol in their location.
2. Good to go. Do Terno. Although they are preventing us from getting that guy.
So I could, you said you could, I can't?
You can move through. That's your ability, right? You don't have to stop with foes. I do.
So 1, 2.
Yeah, but you can't rescue Will there.
Or...
If you want, well, yeah, if you want to do the Demogorgon, you'd have to go all the way over here. So you have to play a card to get to the Demogorgon to knock out one of those. We kind of moved him further away from you. Not sure if that was the best idea. If you wanted to beat him up.
Maybe not.
If you wanted to beat him up, if you wanted to beat him up, it probably there would probably been better.
1, 2.
Yeah, because now you can get to him.
So that's my 2 movement.
Yeah.
So I choose a stack first?
No.
Alright.
You got to do first. 1, 2.
Oh, sí. Hola.
Hola. ¿Cómo estás?
And then.
And then pick a stack.
But it says help element.
Well, you can't do that while the Demogorgon's there. So while the Demogorgon's in the spot, you can't do anything else.
But if I play all of this, I will get 3 scenes?
Yeah, 4.
4 scenes.
But again, this is a 2 stack, so this is a small stack.
Okay, I'm gonna do...
So it's big stacks we got to worry about.
I don't know, 5?
Five, or do you want to do your 2 3s for 6?
Pero then I get all of the scenes.
On a future turn, yeah.
Okay. Okay, 6.
6? What? 6 exactly. You win. I did. I'm putting him up here, and you see me doing this every time. All right, so you get 2 more cards. All right, so we're not shuffling yet. All right, which means now this is 15. I don't think you have 15. Nope, 1s are not going to do it. But you do get 1 scene card because we did not clear out the laboratory.
No, Connie Frazier.
Connie Frazier. All right.
Frazier?
Frazier? Frazier. Oh, we lose an ally.
Oh my god, what memory. Reveal and remove the top card of the ally deck from the game. If there are no allies left in the deck, gain 2 appear instead.
Oh, we lost Barb. So Barb is very thematic to the show. If you would become terrified, remove Barb from the game and reset your fear track to the start. So she resets your fear to 0.
Oh, but we're losing her.
But the problem is again, you can't trade allies either. So it like helps one person. It's kind of weird. All right. I don't like those. I don't like those patrols. I also don't like the events. I also kind of want to recruit that guy so we can get rid of events, but they're in my way. I have no other way to move them. This is a stack of 4. So if we say 3, 6, 9, 10, we'll say it's 11. I get +2. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like, that's the thing is we do that average of 3. Is that the best way to play? And it's like, if that's the case, then I need 11 to do a stack of 4. And that'll give me 3 events though. And all it really does is take one of those guys and move them away. That's all it does. It moves them 1 spot. Patrols. Patrols have 1 stack. Beat the stack. Discard the stack. Move the patrol to any location on the board. Okay. So actually, yeah. So it actually would, if I defeat them, I can move them anywhere on the board. So I can like throw them clear up here, away from us. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. All right. So I'm gonna move here, and then I'm gonna do 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do I go for 9 or do I go for 11? Do I go for 9? Do I go for 11? Like, do I really want to play 3 event cards? That's the problem. Like, because I never got that guy. Let's see. If I want to get him, it's what? 1, 2, 3. So I'd need to play a 2 to get here. And that would give me 2, 4, 5 for this stack, which is about the same odds. Difference is here I still can't get that guy. And that's what I want. I want to get that guy. And I still can't with the other patrol there. And you only attack 1. Which means my next turn I've got to attack the other one. To then on the next turn be able to get that. That's a lot of turns just to recruit 1 guy. This one I ignore 1 every single one of my turns. Both of these do the same thing. That's the problem. He's doing it for both of us. He does it only for me. Because he starts removing these stacks automatically each turn. I'll go for the attack. Yeah, so I gotta use everything for the attack now. Nope. It's this one. What do I got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, of course a 0. 4, 8, 9, 10. Good thing I did the extra 2. All right, so the patrol is, one of the patrols is defeated. Clear up here. And then I gotta make a new stack of 4. All right, so I have 2 events. Not yet, though. Move 11 up 1. So I have 2 events plus 11 has 2 events. That equals quattro events. Yep. That's why getting the laboratory cleared out is very important.
Demogorgon feats.
Oh, that's not good.
Create a stack of 2 in an empty Demogorgon slot.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's one of 4.
Yeah.
We may lose the game anyways. Patrol.
Federal patrol. Move 1 patrol 1 location towards you. Then each character discards 1 action card for each patrol in the location.
And there's still a patrol in my location.
The numero 3.
Numero 3. Oh, wow. Of course, I got all the 2s and 1s, and I got to fight again.
Create a stack of 2 in an empty Hawkins Laboratory slot.
All right, 1.
If all three slots are filled, each character gains 1 fear instead.
Oh, I need to go calm down. That was 3. One of us. We could lose the game twice.
Demogorgon feats.
Oh, Demogorgon. Oh, you Demogorgon. Every time we get him down, he brings him right back. Like, that's all you've been doing. That's like all you've been doing is standing down there beating up on him, getting rid of those stacks. All right, well. Tuterno.
Phew.
You gonna beat up on him again? Or are you gonna go remove your you're gonna calm down first?
By the way, we still have to clear all this?
Yes. We have to clear most of it, yeah. Or we have to have enough items to overcome this amount. Because now that's 12, 16, 19 because of these 2.
I'll beat first because then I can use my +4 to heal more.
Here.
I am going to attack him.
Okay.
Con todo, 1, 6, 7.
Like I said, this is raw. Like I said, these are on average 6. They could be 0s, they could be 2s, they could be 1s. But if you average out 3, then you expect it to be 6.
I'm going to use 6.
All right. Pick a stack. You're doing the eeny, meeny, miny, mo in Spanish. Seven. You increase your fear by 1. Oh man, and 2 and 4 events.
Oh my god, no.
Oh,
I'm
my God.
so...
All right. Which one to get rid of? All right. Oh, hang on. Gotta do this. We're supposed to do this first. So 2 here plus 2 for 11, so 4. All right.
Federal patrols. Move each patrol towards you.
Oh, towards you. You're down here.
Then each character.
It says move each patrol. It means both of them.
Yeah. Then each character discards 1 if they are at the location.
I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It would actually it goes the shortest distance. And so neither one of us discards. And hey, I can get that guy now, which is good because with this many events coming out because of the cards.
So I did 1. I need 3, 4. 4.
Yeah.
Search party. Choose 1 patrol to move to locations towards you. Then each character discard. Is the same?
No, it's the other one. You choose a patrol to the same distance. So it's whether you want to get them off of the school or get them off the laboratory. Doesn't really matter. It's the same.
To move 2 locations towards you.
Yeah, they can move up to 2. So.
Then each character discards 1 action card for the patrol.
Yeah.
In their location.
2 de 4.
Same. So I discard another one?
Choose 1 patrol. Okay, you're going to choose this patrol. And it's already in your location. So then, yeah, you lose 1 card. Not that one. That one. Preferably. The one with the... Alright, this is 4. Okay, no? This is the one where if the Demogorgon's on you and you're in the upside down, take 4.
Strikes. Demogorgon strikes. Move the Demogorgon to your location. Then any 1 character in your location gains 1 fear. If you are in the upside down, the character gains fear equal to the number of Demogorgon.
6. All right, well, that's the second time that's happened, so we'll go ahead and say that is it end on that one. All right, so we're going to go ahead and flip over and give our first impressions of our first loss. All right, there we go. All right, so this is a retail game. This was not a Kickstarter game. Otherwise, there'd be like 5,000 more minis than there currently are. But all the components you see is what you would get if you buy this at retail. So the first thing is the components. I think everything's fine. I like the minis are CMON minis. Some people have said the quality's a little bit less, but I mean, I still think they have a little bit of detail. It might be a little bit softer detail, like on the Demogorgons, but like the kids, like there's plenty of detail on the kids. Like you can look on their backpack and see like the pieces of their backpack and stuff. Especially with the dry brush technique, right? That I did, the sun drop. Now I do feel like I need to lighten it up a little bit more to get more detail out of it, but I think the minis are fine. The cards are good. The art. A lot of people hate screen grabs. I don't think I would have minded the game either way. If it was all one or the other, I think it's fine. But the art, I actually like that they put nice art into the game. Iconography's good. You don't have a player aid, but you have the back of the book as a player aid. That's always kind of a meh. And also, I guess because it's retail, they didn't do the double-sided or the dual layer player board, right? Which the other thing CMON's known for is those remember the little clips that are in the Marvel Zombies? Like, I don't know why they just didn't do a clip. Like, put the fear track somewhere else and use that clip. Would have made more sense. What about you? What do you think about the components?
I like all the components, but I would love to have painted the kids.
Painted the kids?
Like paint them like this. What do you call
yeah. Well, we can still do that. That's on us. That's not on the components.
I know. That's the only thing. I mean, that's what I see right now, but I would love to have done that before today.
Yeah. Well, and the nice thing about this technique is the sun drop type technique that we do is it basically can act as a primer as well, because I basically put a varnish on it after it. So we can still paint these if we chose to. Sometimes I do the sun drop technique and I like, sometimes I don't. But again, we want to show all the different techniques that we do for Extra Life, which is why I figured, let me do something different this time.
But I like the rest. I like the cards that need to be small or... I mean, that can be small or small, just enough.
Just enough to
and the ones that have text are a little bit bigger. The text is big enough.
And then the other side of the board is another map. So you have that. The vans are actually standees. They have little standee things. That always seems chintzy to me, but I get it. They didn't want to throw more plastic in. But I'm wondering, like, how much more would have cost to make 2 small van minis. right? Or instead of patrols, made it to like 2 of the orderlies or something, right? I think they could have done something else. But that's again minor gripes. It serves its purpose. It does what it needs to do. Next are the mechanics. So the mechanics are I was relating it to Pandemic to explain it to Oddly because we like the Pandemic system, so we figured, this would be similar. And it really is. It's similar. You're doing the card play, and you use the card for 2 things. You use the card to add additional movement, and use those same cards to perform the actions. And based on the actions you perform, it's kind of that push your luck, right? It's how many cards do I want to play with that event symbol to end the game for me? Right? Because you had 4 events that time and we hadn't had any way to reduce that yet. So what do you think of the mechanics?
I loved it.
It was fun?
I agree. Well, I don't, is the circle here? Yeah. When you said about like exchanging or
sharing items and allies.
I think that would be nice because we are still playing together.
Yeah, because you are still playing cooperative. And you think of a normal dungeon crawler, you could drop an item and then somebody else could pick it up. So it'd be nice. And again, that's a simple house rule, right? If we were to play this again and we lose again, that's when house ruling's going to start to come in, right? Because you don't want to keep losing and you want to have fun while you're playing. And we did have fun while we were playing. But I do like the mechanic. It's a lot of that push your luck, right? Which you like to push your luck. It's push your luck on the tiles, push your luck on the event cards. So it's a very much push your luck game. I need to make a new playlist called Push Your Luck and start throwing all these games into them. And then you guys can just go back and watch all three. But no, I like all the little mechanics. I think everything's pretty neat.
I love it.
I mentioned how the game does it. I say it seems balanced, but again, I don't know. We've not played at a higher player count, but it seems balanced in the way they do it because some of the actions seem really powerful for 2 players, like the resetting the fear for 2 characters. Well, that's the whole game for us, right? And then the action deck, right? We get to go through this a lot longer for those extra turns, whereas in, say, a 4-player game, you're going to go through that action deck quicker, but you've got 4 characters making those same actions, right? So I think they did a good job of balancing with the way they've got certain things. But because even still, like say in a 4-player game, if somebody else was going and getting equipment and getting items and stuff like that, while the rest of us were beating up on the Demogorgon and the patrols or taking care of the investigation there, that's not going to necessarily make the game easier because you can't trade any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So even if somebody else is stocking up on items, which maybe we should have done first, was just hang out at the top and get 2 items each, which I finally had 2 items, and get some allies before we started messing with the Demogorgon. I don't know. But I do feel like it was kind of balanced at 2, and that's we're kind of getting the difficulty and the fun at 2. So the difficulty, I've got my opinion, but I'm going to let you go first. What did you think of the difficulty?
The difficulty to learn the game, I don't think it was difficult to learn.
No, I think the mechanics of how to make the game work is very easy.
Yeah, but learning the game seemed very easy.
No, and that's kind of my thought on this. This is the season 1. This is the first map. I get it's a CMON game, and CMON is known for the hobby games and the hobby style. However, this game, Stranger Things, with Netflix written on it, will show up in stores. I guarantee you this is going to be in Target. And people are going to get this maybe as one of their first games because they love Stranger Things. The other Stranger Things games, hobby gamers have hated. They've hated the other Stranger Things games that come out. So this is the hobby version of the Stranger Things game. But I feel like it's a little bit too difficult on the season 1 map. I think maybe the season 1 map should have been a slight touch easier.
Yeah.
And then make the season 2 harder, or have some type of adjustment in the game rules by default.
Yeah.
If this is your first time play these characters, remove these cards,
Less things
and add instead of 4 on the 4 stacks, make it 3 instead of 3, make it, like an introductory, which you can house rule yourself. Again, it's your game, you play it however you want. But if they don't put that in the rule book, then somebody who doesn't know about house ruling, except for Monopoly house ruling, because everybody house rules Monopoly.
Yeah, we think that they are playing wrong. And
they're gonna be like, well, I can't play any other way. This is just hard. We can't win, right? It's difficult. Not to say we're the best gamers and we can plan things out the best way. And this is our first playthrough, but again, this would be the impression, probably even more so a first time gamer would have. We play games. We understand mechanics. We understand flow. So that's my only problem with the difficulty is I think the difficulty for the target audience is incorrect. If their target audience was retail, which it was, they went to retail. They didn't go to Kickstarter. If they were going after hobby gamers, they'd go to Kickstarter like they always do, or they'd go to pre-order. So the Metal Gear Solid game that went to pre-order because it's for hobby gamers. So that's the unfortunate with the difficulty. Next is Fun at 2.
I loved it at 2.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I thought it was fine at 2. Like I said, I think they did a good job of balancing it at 2.
We didn't get to use our walkie-talkies.
We didn't get to use our walkie-talkies. A couple of the event cards hurt us because 2 of us weren't in the same location. Example, we lost twice during this same playthrough because we weren't in the same location, so we couldn't choose who got the fear. So I think that'd be the only, maybe one of the things that isn't balanced.
Yeah.
Is that, and I don't know a way around that except for maybe, again, house rule that the walkie-talkie counts for allies. If you have an ally card, any ally card, not just the one ally that it works with. Yeah, I think that's the only thing. Something else you can do, and you can do this in any 2-player game, we could play 2-handed. We could each control 2 characters. So maybe next time we play, we'll control 2 characters, see how that changes up the gameplay a little bit. Because unfortunately, player 3 will not be playing games like this with us for 5 years-ish.
That would be a very smart
6.
kid.
It's gonna be our kid. He's gonna be very smart. All right. The last thing is the theme. The theme is: do you feel like you're doing what it says you are doing? And 2, do you like whatever theme is pasted onto the board?
I do like the
theme.
Because I like Stranger Things.
Which is weird because Oddity hates scary, creepy, weird.
Yeah, I still think this thing is the Demogorgon is.
Yeah.
But I love the series and.
Yeah. And did it feel like you were the tension?
Yeah.
Trying to get Will?
Yeah, trying to get Will.
Yeah.
And it's thematic. It's the kids, they're friends and trying to rescue him. So, yeah.
Yeah, and you're playing season 1, season 2 here. They say if this one does well at retail, which I'm kind of scared about, then of course they will see if they can make season 3 and season 4. So of course, if you guys are interested, go pick this up at retail at regular price, not 50% off price when it's on sale for Black Friday, to encourage Simon to make more of these. And it reminds me, I just remember in stating that how well it does at retail based on how difficult it is and people liking it, reminds me of another game we have, which is the Disney Sidekicks. That was designed by Eric Lang, and people said the same thing, that it was released at mass market, but it had the difficulty of a hobby gamer, so it did very poorly at mass market. So even hobby gamers said they struggled with it. We still haven't got it yet. We still got to paint it and play it for you guys. So if you guys want to watch any of that gameplay or watch the second season of Stranger Things,
subscribe.
Yeah.
Activate notifications.
Yeah.
Follow us on social media.
Definitely do that.
Well, help the kids.
Para los niños. Most important, para los niños. Click the link down below. Choose one of those wonderful incentive levels to get your minis painted, and we'll put you in the queue. I think we have one person ahead of everybody, so you'd be next. All that stuff. Until next time, guys.
Adios.
Peace.